Welcome back, Insomniacs. Today we have a big matchup between the Rams and between the Chiefs. This is this year's Super Bowl as far as I'm concerned. It very well could be. The Saints are in the discussion, but you can't get better than this. This game was supposed to be played in Mexico, and something happened over there. I don't know if there was a wall being built, whatever it was, but now this game has been brought back to the States. It will be being played in L.A., where my Rams, I'm going to be playing the part of McVay, will be taking on Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. This game should be full of fireworks. You don't get much better than this. And I'm going to start with Andy. How do you plan to beat my Rams?
I first got to say, this is probably my favorite game of the NFL season. You know, it has a lot of hype to live up to. You have Patrick Mahomes, the gunslinger himself, the 31 touchdowns, the 7 interceptions, the MVP candidate. He's having one of the best. He's like the Ben Simmons of the NBA, of the NFL. This is essentially his rookie season, and he would be the rookie of the year. I mean, there was a reason why Alex Smith was let go. This guy is one of the most talented players that you're ever going to find. I look at Travis Kelce, and to me, Kelce's one of the best weapons in all of football. When you look at tight ends, he's the best tight end, I think, in the NFL right now because Gronk is on retirement tour. And he's just such a tough weapon for you guys to match up with Travis Kelce. I don't have the stats down for Travis Kelce, but I will tell you statistics about my Kansas City Chiefs, and I'll tell you about the entire offense. We're getting 423 a game, which is top 3. You guys have a terrific offense too, so you guys are right up there with us in a lot of stuff. 35 points a game. Mahomes 31 touchdowns a game, 300 yards passing every game. It's video game type numbers. The great thing about our Kansas City Chiefs offense is that you can't just key in on one guy. That's what's so special. We're paying Sammy Watkins $16 million a year, but he happened to have an unbelievable game 2 weeks ago at home against the Denver Broncos. He was sensational, but we got Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Chris Conley, Travis Kelce. But then here we go. This is going to be the kicker. The running back of the Kansas City Chiefs is Kareem Hunt, and you guys gave up 276 yards to Seattle running the football. Also, the Saints got 158 yards on the ground. So if there's one area to get at the LA Rams defense, it's going to be running the ball with Kareem Hunt. So expect Kareem Hunt to get the ball a lot. If I'm Andy Reid, I'm giving him a heavy dosage of Kareem Hunt, and I'm going play action fake because last week we didn't play that well against Arizona. We were throwing the ball too much. Let's stick to the ground game with Kareem Hunt running the football. And I think the Rams are 22nd in the league against the run. So let's run the football at the LA Rams this week.
All right, you brought up a lot of great points. Your team is loaded with weapons, and you didn't even go that in detail about Tyreek Hill. That guy is just a human firework. I mean, that guy can score from anywhere on the field, and he scares the hell out of my defense. Now, the plan our plan in this game, and if you want to go toe-to-toe, we can do it all day. If you want to get this game up to 100 total points, we can do that. This is going to be high-flying, Madden-like football, but my game plan going in will be to try to slow it down a little bit. I like the fact that I'm at home, and I like the fact that I have the best running back on the planet. I have Todd Gurley, who already has almost 1,000 yards rushing. He's got over 400 yards receiving, nearly 1,400 scrimmage yards already with 17 total touchdowns. He very well may be the MVP so far. I mean, you're looking at 2 of the top 3 MVP candidates in this game with Drew Brees also in the discussion. This is going to be a fantastic game. Gurley has to be heavily involved. In my opinion, the winner of this game is going to be the team that wins the time of possession, because if we can slow it down with Gurley, we can keep our defense fresh. I think we're going to have no problem scoring on your team with Cooks, with Gurley, with Woods. We have the weapons to do it, and Goff will get the job done. But it's going to come down to who makes less mistakes and who plays more efficient on offense. But if you want to play this game in the hundreds, I'll bring the guns with me.
I love it. Josh Reynolds is going to be a big guy for you. It's unfortunate Kupp got injured. I really like Cooper Kupp. Great player for you guys. But you have Everett, the tight ends, playing really good football. And you're right, Todd Gurley, I think he's the best back in the entire NFL. He's such a special player. And my Kansas City Chiefs defense, the personnel isn't spectacular, but we're getting better each week. with D Ford, with the guys that can rush the passer. We don't have a lot of talent on our defense, but again, we're opportunistic because we know that our offense can catch up. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, this is just going to be a great football game. If you are a football fan, you better come to our channel to watch this game because it is going to be high-flying action. We're going to have the popcorn out. We're going to have the beer in hand. This game is the main event of the football season to date. You cannot get better. Now, I'm going to give you my honest assessment on this game. I will start. Wow. I think this game will be played. I think the over-under is 63, if I'm not mistaken. I am taking way over. I think this game easily reaches 70 as a total score. I see the Rams coming out on top in a narrow victory because it's being played in L.A. I think when it was in Mexico, it was a coin flip game. Now that L.A.'s at home, I'm going to give them an edge. I'm going to say they win by 3 or 4 points, but either team can win. Really, I could see this game coming down to who has the ball last because this is going to be back and forth. It's going to be like a pinball machine. And I'm going to go Rams 38, Chiefs 35 in an epic shootout.
I like the pick, man. Love the enthusiasm. I'm going to kind of take more of a risk, actually, with this statement that I'm going to make.
Go ahead.
I believe the Rams win by double digits.
Really? I could see that.
Because let me tell you, the one factor that's going to get to Kansas City, their offensive line is actually you can get at that offensive line.
That's one thing we didn't mention. Aaron Donald, the year this guy is having, I think he's got 12 or 13 sacks from the D tackle spot.
Yes, and Sue.
Yeah, that's
Fowler. And by the way, Chandler Jones and the Cardinals, they sacked Mahomes 4 times last week. They couldn't even protect against Arizona. What do you think is going to happen with this Rams defense, man?
You're absolutely right. I mean,
bloodbath. Rams. I think the Rams win the game 34-20. Take it to the bank, the Rams, and the points.
I like the pick. I mean, I think it'll be close, but I could if there is going to be a blowout in this game, I think the Rams will do the blowing out. Because the Rams
time of possession, it might not be that high scoring. It might be a letdown. A lot of times these games can be letdowns. The Rams can hold the ball with Todd Gurley all day long.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. If you're the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid, the way that you could possibly win this game, you have to get out in front. You have to force the Rams to play your style of game. Because if it becomes a slow-down game with Gurley will eat you up all day. But if the Chiefs can get out to a 10-point lead, a 14-point lead, they force the Rams to play their type of football, that's where the game could fall in the Chiefs' favor.
I really don't see a lot of ways that the Chiefs can win, to be completely honest with you right now.
I think they could win. I think they could win, but I think the Rams will win.
The thing I love about the Rams is that they lost to the Saints. They had a close game with Seattle, so they are really a focused ball club right now because they're not like riding that high. They're going to work.
I'll show you though. I'll tell you what, and I don't watch a lot of Rams games. I watch that game because that game was a main event between them and the Saints. And that game impressed me more than any other game this season, the Rams, because they got blown out in the first half, and they came all the way back against probably the best team and one of the top 2 or 3 teams in football in their house, and they nearly beat them. After being down, I think it was by like 20-something points.
Yeah. They got an avalanche of Drew Brees put on them.
They showed a ton of fight coming back and narrowly – they're the best team right now, the Rams. They really are.
Resiliency.
Yeah.
Resiliency.
This is going to be a great game. I can't watch.
The thing about Kansas City, I'm really worried about their offensive line. I'm worried about them protecting Mahomes against that defensive line. I don't like the Chiefs' defense. That's a thing where I look at the Saints, and if the Saints are home field, it's going to be tough for the Rams. Jared Goff, I know that Jared Goff, I ragged on him, and I was wrong on Jared Goff because the guy is a very accurate passer. He gets the ball out of his hands fairly quickly. I was wrong about Goff because, I looked at Jared Goff last year, and his mechanics are not – I could say this. His mechanics aren't even that good. He throws the ball at a weird angle if you ever watch Goff throw the ball. He throws it, back here. Yeah. And also Goff, under pressure, you should blitz Jared Goff because he's not fleet of foot at all. You could sack him. You could really put him on the ground. But he's so smart. He's so accurate. He does have talent. He's really playing a hell of a year. And the Chiefs, again, you got to throw it to Tyreek Hill. Mahomes has to have his best game to date if they're going to win. Pat Mahomes.
If there's a mismatch in this game, I think we both agree it's the Rams defensive line going up against the Chiefs offensive line. And that very well may decide the game. We'll have to wait and see, but I can't wait to watch it with you.
So if I think the Chiefs might – would it be crazy if I said the Chiefs might score under 31?
No, not at all. I could see something in the 20s here, a 27-24 type game. I don't think it'll. I really don't.
40-20 blowout. I
don't think it'll be a. I don't think it'll be a blowout because it could be. I'm not saying it can't be, but I don't. I think the Chiefs will keep it close, but we'll see.
We'll see. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see the matchup again. Great game coming up.
As always, I want to thank all the Insomniacs for tuning in. If you haven't done so, what are you waiting for? All we do is talk football all day, every day. Please subscribe. Hit that sub button. Hit that like button. Let's talk some football. Tell us why we're right, why we're wrong, who's going to win this matchup, and why.
Exactly right. And please subscribe. Please keep the momentum going. College football, previews, NFL live streams. The Entertainer, what a great day. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you for thanking me, and I'll see you next time.
See ya.